When the old miller died, his will divided the little he owned with blunt fairness, the mill to the eldest, the donkey to the second, and to the youngest, a single cat. The boy held the animal in his arms and felt the weight of bad luck, imagining empty cupboards and a life of begging. "Do not mourn," the cat said very calmly. "Give me a pair of leather boots and a sack, and I will make your poverty look like a rumor." The cat laced them with pride, slung the sack over one shoulder, and stepped into the world like a courtier. He began where hunger and habit meet, by the fields and hedgerows. He baited his traps with grain, parsley, and the sharp-smelling herbs that rabbits cannot resist, then waited with the patience of a hunter and the grin of a gambler. When the sack was heavy, he marched to the royal palace and bowed so low his whiskers brushed the marble. "A gift for his majesty," he announced, "from my master, the Marquis of Carabas." The title was pure invention, but the cat spoke it as if it had been carved into stone. The king, pleased by the game and the delicacies, accepted the present and asked after this generous marquis. The cat promised more, and he returned again and again with partridges, rabbits, and stories of his master's quiet virtue. In the court, where names often mattered more than deeds, the Marquis of Carabas began to sound real. While the palace learned the name, the cat trained the man behind it. He instructed his master to stand straight, to speak slowly, to smile as if he belonged among silk and silver. "If you wear your fears like rags," the cat warned, "they will treat you as ragged." The boy obeyed, and confidence, borrowed at first, started to fit. Then the cat heard that the king would ride along the river with his daughter, and he set the boldest plan in motion. "Bathe here at once," he ordered his master, "and leave your troubles to my tongue." As the young man waded in, the cat hid his clothes and ran to the road howling. "Help! Thieves have robbed my master while he swam," he cried. The king recognized the familiar title and, eager to honor his benefactor, sent servants to dress the marquis in fine garments. The princess, seeing a well-clad young man with a shy, honest face, looked twice. Now the cat sprinted ahead of the royal carriage. At every farm, every vineyard, every stretch of golden wheat, he stopped the workers and spoke with crisp authority. "When the king asks who owns these lands," he said, "you will answer, the Marquis of Carabas. If you value your peace, do not forget." The peasants, startled by a talking cat and wary of trouble, agreed. So as the king admired the countryside, each farmer confirmed the same rich owner, and the marquis's imagined estate grew mile by mile. The princess's curiosity warmed into admiration, and the king, who loved order and appearances, began to picture an alliance. Only one obstacle remained, a castle worthy of such wealth. The cat knew of a nearby fortress ruled by an ogre, feared for his strength and rumored to change shape at will. The cat requested an audience, flattered the ogre's power, and let vanity loosen caution. "They say you can become any creature," the cat purred. "A lion? An elephant?" The ogre obliged, shaking the hall with monstrous transformations. The cat applauded, then tilted his head. "But surely you cannot become something as small as a mouse." Stung by the challenge, the ogre shrank into a mouse to prove him wrong. In a blink the cat pounced, and the ogre's reign ended with a single crunch. When the king arrived, the cat welcomed him to the marquis's castle as if he had always belonged there. The servants, freed from fear, hurried to prepare a feast. The young man, amazed by the speed of his rise, played his part with growing ease, thanking the king and speaking gently to the princess. Convinced by gifts, fertile lands, and a grand home, the king proposed marriage, and the princess accepted with a smile that turned rumor into reality. Thus the miller's poorest son became the Marquis of Carabas in truth, not by boots alone, but by a cat's daring wit, careful timing, and relentless charm. And the cat, who had asked only for leather boots, kept them polished as a reminder that cleverness can be a kind of inheritance.